right, let's hang out.
We'll hang out again.
Oh, we're going to hang out.
Yeah, let's
That's me.
focus this discussion on you
Oh, man.
for
Pressure's on.
the sake of our fellow boss ass mamas out there, because I cannot have an opinion due to the lack of children. But you have one and you have one on the way,
I
and we
do.
have two other gals who are with child. One who just had hers. She was little baby Ellis. She's adorable.
She's precious.
But we have this discussion, right, where a women owned or that too, but a women operated fully agency, and that comes with the constant battle between like being a mom and having a career. I actually saw, don't judge me for my guilty pleasure of the Kardashians. All's Fair, the new show. Are you caught up on it?
Yes.
Like all the way through?
I am.
This part 2 of the finale I have not seen yet, so
Okay.
I need to see part 2.
Okay.
But during the one deposition, I don't know what they were doing, but Kim and Sarah Paulson, when she says like, oh, boo-hoo, the constant struggle of like females of like being a mom or being a boss or whatever it was that she said, something along those lines.
So
I was in my mind like, that's exactly the struggle that I have with like, do we want kids or not? Like, my career is my baby right now, and I've always wanted that, but now it's like, shit, the biological clock is a ticking. And you are a huge contributing factor to my desire to have kids, because I see you as a mom and you and your husband as parents is incredible, and the way that you raise your child is just like super admirable. So I can say confidently that you're a huge impact on that. But now seeing like a different perspective where it's like, you're gonna have to go on mat leave, and then I swear to God, I hopefully come back.
Yes.
That's the plan.
Absolutely.
But just that, like, I'm curious to know your thoughts around it. I mean, we've talked about it briefly, but can you like talk to the ladies out there who are going through these things and like having these thoughts? Because I think it's really important to talk about.
Yeah, thank you for taking me as an inspiration. I appreciate that. I know
You're perfect.
You've expressed that several times. We're lucky that our daughter, our 3-year-old, is very sweet and she's really great to be around. I was at home with her first time around for 18 months, which was an amazing time. We were very fortunate that my husband could work and we could financially get through that time and I could be at home with her. It was a very special time. Very unique. Postpartum's a wild ride. There was a piece of me that was dying to get back into the work field and feel that like independence and being able to provide for my family. I've always worked, so it was a very unique situation for me to be at home with her, but also not to disregard what kind of work that was like, being at home with her and helping shape her in those very first few months of her life.
It's a whole job. And
so yeah, that was very special as well. It was scary getting back into the workforce. I feel like there's a social disconnect that you are so involved in your home that you forget how to socialize and how to communicate. And I think I was just so fortunate for the opportunity for us to come together and for you to provide an opportunity and a space for me to come back into the workspace. I was definitely yearning for that like opportunity to learn again. There's
you've
some
said that
sort
since
of
the
a
beginning.
wild disconnect. Like you just feel like you're stuck in this circle of being at home. And I'm only speaking for my current situation, like my situation. I know there's wonderful mothers out there who are stay-at-home moms and they love what they do, and I commend everyone for that. For me, I needed a space where I could be social and I could be learning and I could be growing again in a professional industry. So coming back into that was great. Getting Florence into daycare was great. This has been an entirely new situation. Being pregnant again, a different pregnancy altogether, as expected. So fortunate that I work remotely because there is that little bit of flex time where like if I'm having a bad day, I can hop back on at night, or I can, adjust so that I'm getting all of my work done accordingly. looking forward to having some time off with my baby in the future, but also knowing that I have a safe space to come back to. And I mean, I listened to a woman recently who was with her baby, and she was like, I've been listening to these podcasts of all of these men who talk about their corporate situations and they run these companies. And like, good for you. You have endless time amount of time every day to focus on your business. And similar to your situation,
Yeah.
your business is your baby right
Yeah.
now. Like, everything you do, you love what you do, you spend your time doing that. She's like, but I think women take on an entirely different aspect in owning a company, starting a company, working in a company, because there's like a softer approach.
Mm-hmm.
There's a more empathetic approach. Being able to multitask, being a mother at home, providing for your family, cooking for your family, doing the housework, and then also nurturing and loving a child. Like, you're juggling all of these
So
wild
much.
things.
Yeah. So much.
So it's just an incredible perspective. It's exhausting sometimes. Can I do it all? No. Do I want to do it all? Of course.
Yeah.
But you have to continuously give yourself grace. And something I've always preached with you since the beginning is I do tend to be, if I have the time, selfish. Like, as a female, I need time to myself. I need time to pamper myself.
I admire that
I
so
need
much.
time to work on myself. So I'm not ashamed of asking for that time, especially my husband's very flexible. He's very understanding of that. We each have time outside of the home where we're doing things, and then we can come back together with like a refresh
Hmm.
space, a peace of mind. Um so
Yeah.
yeah, I there's it's a lot. It's an individual situation too. I mean, we have another mother on our team who is at home with her little boy and working in cohesive, and I admire that because I don't know how she does that, because
Yeah.
having
It's
Florence in
huge.
daycare is a godsend because
Yeah.
I could not multitask that.
Yeah. It's a lot.
So,
I can only imagine. No, I appreciate that though. I'm glad you brought up that note around like I know you always say selfish, which I mean on
maybe
paper
there's like a softer
there's a better
word.
word for it,
Yeah.
but I appreciate it because I would be the same thing. I'd be like, I'm gonna be selfish.
Yep.
Like that's where I think we're in such a unique situation together where like we've said this before, where like I feel like I've taught you things from the like business side, you've taught
Yeah.
me so much about like the other pieces of growing the fuck up. Like just in general,
Thank
like
you.
going into like entering into my 30s and being like, hell yeah. Like I have you as my role model in that space to be
Yay.
like, I fuck, what was it? New Year's Eve a couple years ago. I feel like I remember you were like on the ground. I was brushing your hair downstairs. We're not a regular
That
work
was a good
environment. It's
time.
cool.
That was a good
It was
time.
very fun. I remember being like, I just hope you know that like I don't know. I've learned so much and I've anyone who knows me knows I never wanted kids. I still don't know if I do.
Yeah.
But the idea of them is I'm welcoming it now and it's like I think so because you see the people like yourself and like you and Miles and like what you can do like just continue to live your life and
Yep.
be authentically if you want to have a day where you're like take the kid mama needs a day.
Right.
I admire the hell out of that. Like yeah, be demanding.
Hmm.
You didn't get asked to be brought into this life. Like
Yeah.
it's your life. We've all lived it. This is the first time living. You should do it the way you want. And if that means handing off so that you can have a day of
Yes.
like a day of
Mental
rest
reprieve. Yeah.
on the seventh day you rested, yeah,
100%.
it's so necessary. How are you supposed to continue to be a good mother and spouse and partner and employee if you don't have time to get your sanity back? Like
Hmm.
I think that goes with needs to be emphasized the importance of like women, men, whoever. This is not a gender specific discussion, but
Right.
mothers, like our brains are wired differently as females. To your point about multitasking and like being able to be like thinking 5 steps ahead, like
Hmm.
what's for dinner? Oh yeah, well I last week was thinking, well, you're out today and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
So this is what I had prepared. Like we're always kind of doing that. And I'm not saying that men can't, but there is mad respect when it comes to that. And additionally, throwing in a kid, let alone two, is just insane. But at the same time, you think like our parents all had
Yep,
lives with kids, and
exactly.
I love that Florence is in daycare. I love that you let that be how you handled it, because I think like how much social, to your point,
Right.
they're not going to develop social skills either. Like if you're at home
Yeah.
losing your social skills for 18 months of being at home, what about the 18 months where, you could be having those little child to child moments and things like that? I just think it's very important to have that just connection. And all in all, no matter how you're doing it, like you said, like it's admirable. Everyone's going to
Mhm.
have their own situation. We're not here to say one way is the right way. Just discuss the different ways that it can go. Like
Yeah.
I said that to Erica before she left. I was like, yeah, in a perfect world, you come back in 3 months,
Right.
but who knows
How you're
how
gonna be
you're going to
feeling.
change by then. Like there's so many
Yes.
unknowns, and like giving yourself the grace to be like, it's fine if I'm not ready. But at the same time, knowing like you have something to come back to that is like your
Mhm.
own independence, and like be good at what you do. Like you're going to be able to come back and like probably jump right into another TFC. That's probably the first thing that you'll
I
do when you're
know.
back is like be around people
I was
again. Like
thinking about
how
that.
that's
Yeah.
just going to charge your battery, right?
Yeah.
And there's those like little things in the fact that we have the people that we work with that are like, hell yeah, like, oh my God, congratulations. Like all
I
the people that
know.
we work with are so,
Supportive.
yeah. And if they're not the right type of
Yeah.
people, like we're all just figuring it out. So I really appreciate that perspective. And I mean, I know this is again on the sappier side, but like that is truly the type of thing I'm like weighing in my mind, and I look to you all the time to think, okay, I could do this if I wanted to. I definitely
Absolutely.
could. If I can see this and like picture it, and like you've just brought that perspective, and I think it's amazing. And I also appreciate you've said on multiple times like we're all still young. Like it's fine. Like we're
Yes.
figuring out our own lives. Like take your time, let it happen. It's just inspiring.
I think it's admirable that you and other women, a lot of my friends who they're waiting
Hmm.
until they are a little older and there's this establishment in their lives and they're conquering goals and knocking out, shit that they wanted to do.
Like
And they're not
beforehand.
just jumping into having babies right away, which I think is like so awesome because if you think about how our brains are developed when we're in our
Oh
20s,
my God.
there's nothing there. Like, I would take my 30s over my 20s any day of the week.
Sure.
We had so much fun, my husband and I, living in Cleveland and doing whatever we wanted to do. And we enjoyed each other's company for a couple of years after we were married, prior to us deciding that we were ready to have a family. And there was a
Yeah.
stint of time when we were like, do we want to have kids? Do we want to have another kid? Like,
Hmm.
we weren't even sure
Yeah.
about this. That happened really fast.
Looks like it's a yes, baby.
Unexpected, actually.
Crazy how that
Um,
works. It's a wild
so yeah,
thing.
I think there's something to be said on both ends. I think it's awesome that women are waiting a little bit older in life, doing what they want to do, like starting their career, finding their
Yeah.
partners, spending time with their partners and living their life before entering motherhood because it will change you. And
Well, if you don't know yourself yet, how are you supposed to
correct.
instill knowledge onto a
Yep.
little human and make that human a good human? Like that's the other thing too. I think like
Yes.
when you I think about when I was 29, let alone like
Sure. It
21, like
just,
how much I've changed year over year, like
yeah.
how much like you and I are very similar in that with wanting to constantly learn and just absorb the energy around us. Like what did I take from that and how am I bringing that? Like we bring that in our personal lives, let alone our work life.
Professional life. Yep.
So I think that's really, there's just something, it can't go without being said that like the we feel obligated. I remember when Liv told me she was pregnant with Otto, the like I remember afterwards I was so happy for her. She knows this, we talked about this many times, and I like bawled my eyes out after. I was having this moment of like guilt,
Mm.
like why don't I want, like I should be a mom, I'm a woman, like why don't I want kids?
Yeah.
And I felt this guilt of like you're just not going to bring life, and we have a really good foundation. Like I think
Yes.
everyone, they're like, you two aren't having kids. Like what? Like we're
Sure.
obsessed with each other. Like on paper, we should be the Von Trapp family. Like
Hmm.
it would make sense. But I just remember feeling this like extreme wave of like I'm behind. Like shit.
That
It's just
brings up
crazy.
another wild point. I mean, the amount of guilt that you go through, whether or not you decide you do want to have children or you don't want to have children or you have the right partner, but they don't want to have kids, or even going through guilt as a mother.
Yeah.
Like, it is wild the amount of guilt that a female goes through because we carry this opportunity to birth
Yeah.
another human
Yeah.
being.
We're the only one of
Like,
the two that can do it.
insane.
So if we don't, yeah,
Yeah.
it's so true. All those layers, right? And that's the
How
other
do you feel about that now? I mean,
um it's so interesting because like my husband and I talk about it a lot because at first, like we just the other night, and I know I briefly
yeah,
I gave you the cliff notes, but
yeah.
when we first got together, we were together and like already falling in love with one another, and we had that discussion around. I was like, I don't want kids. Like
Mhm.
I want to have a badass career. I want to live in a city. Like I never wanted even to get married. I just wanted to do me and like get my shit done. And he was like, "Oh, that's." I was like, "Why is that like a deal breaker?" And he was like, "Yeah, like I want kids." And we were like, "Well, this is awkward." Like
Sure.
just started like falling for you pretty hard, and then
Yeah.
we just I don't know, call it fate or what. Everything happens for a reason, but we just continued to push past that, and we just got to know one. We knew that we were destined. Like I
Learned
believe
that
in
each
my
other
core
were
that we're
not.
souls. So we're soulmates, right? Soul sisters. Us, not me and my husband. And we had that ongoing, that discussion, and now I'm the one being like, should we maybe have kids? And I think there's a reason. Like I said, I will be straight up, like meeting you
Yeah.
and having Flo. I mean, her first birthday was a couple months after
I
we met,
know.
like, and being like, oh, this could be really great. Like it's easy for you
Yeah.
to imagine it when you see someone who's so much like you doing it. Now it's like, oh, I've never really been surrounded by that yet. All my
Yeah.
friends who had kids early didn't live in the States. Like I've been over here in Michigan essentially by myself. I moved here knowing no one. None of my friends from home live here. Like I am
Sure.
literally have created a new life here. So I couldn't see those things happening or be a part of my friends' kids' lives really because I was over here.
Yeah.
So it was just different. I couldn't really like put myself in those shoes. I also, the deal, didn't want kids for shit that's happened in the past, just kind of
Sure.
veered me away from wanting kids. But now you see all these things and it's like, okay, I am building this foundation. I do have the right support system to help me build the career, and maybe those career and life starts to blend together. And
Yes.
how blessed, like what a
Yeah.
life, right? So now around the guilt, I don't feel it. I don't feel that way anymore. I don't think that I feel the guilt. It's really just the unknown. Like,
Hmm.
I don't want to be 45 and being like,
Damn, should we have
should
had
have should
kids?
have had a kid,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
I don't know. You want to be all
Gosh.
in on it, of course. I
Yeah.
also am in a really unique position where being the one to run the company, I don't really want a maternity. Ugh, I want to be able
Sure.
to be like, be right back. I'm just
Uh,
gonna go deal. Like I also bring my computer in every square inch of this home. Like
yeah.
I just walk around with it. It's my my emotional support laptop. Like it's like
Hmm.
that is my fifth limb. Is my
Yeah.
laptop.
Yeah.
But I'm in a unique position where I get to make the rules. So I'm again very grateful, very blessed. Like I could do 7 kids if I wanted and still be able to
Hmm.
run a company. I'd have to have
Hmm.
someone come in and do the legwork, but I could still have that benefit. So I'm very lucky in that sense, which allows me to think like maybe that's why these things happen so that you can take the step back and whatever. I was joking that I'm going to be walking on my treadmill and like baby strapped to my back. I'm like, "Are you wearing a backpack?" I'm like, "Nah, it's my kid." Had to send these emails real quick.
Julio.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't feel that way anymore, but it is a constant battle between like no one wants to be seen as like, oh, you just had a career. Like you don't want to feel selfish, but I am. Like, I'm sorry. No, I didn't
I
ask to be
don't
here.
think that
Here I
nobody
am.
wants to feel like that. I feel like that is maybe like an internal like battle that you're going through. I feel like
Sure.
people we're in a new day and age as females
Hmm.
specifically, because men have always been like the breadwinners,
Yeah,
right?
they're
And
providing.
now here we are rising to the top, wanting to have careers,
Hmm.
wanting it to be our life
Yeah,
and our goal. And I don't see anything wrong with that. I think that's
I don't
fantastic.
either.
Also, there's too many fucking people in the
There's
world.
so many people.
So,
It's a whole other topic. But then you have people who
I
like you
digress.
talk about these things and they'll be like, "Yeah, but you guys will bring the right types of people into the world." And it's like, "Yeah, but that's not my duty. I didn't get birthed so
Right.
that I could be the savior of humanity." Like, no, I didn't even ask to be here, and here I am, so I'm going to do with it what I want. At
And motherhood can take all kinds of forms. I
Sure,
mean, you can mother your clients and your team
I do
and
feel
your,
like a mama bear at
you
work.
know, I mean, seriously, and your
I
dog
know
and your
she's
husband, and
yeah,
there's such a,
this is true.
it doesn't just have to be about bringing a child into the world
Yeah. And at the
this
same
day and
time,
age.
there's the other layers, which we're pulling away from like the business side of things, but we talk about building, like, to be able to kind of like build your own little, like, your family is also like you're building like little best friends. It's like we get to
Yes.
hang out, and then you have people that you're surrounded with to be like, our kid is
Yeah.
best friends with your kid, and now we're building our own family. Like,
Sure.
and we've talked a lot about that, like with other friends. Some of our, what I would say, best family is not family.
Yeah.
Like, I think about that, like the relationship
Definitely.
where you love a friend so much that they call, like, your kid's calling me aunt and I'm calling you, like,
I
we
know.
are literally like siblings.
So special.
It's so special because you chose that.
Yeah.
There's a difference between choosing something and making it work versus you can't choose your family, you're born with it.
Yep.
So there's a layer of like just like writing your own story to be like, well, maybe it's not because of this, that, and the other. It's because of all these other things. But for so long, there's been a narrative around you make a baby, you do the dishes, and you fucking
Yep.
make sandwiches or
Yep.
whatever it is. And I'm just like,
Totally.
meh, not for me. Spence always jokes, he's like, I'll be the stay-at-home dad. I'll be
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
home husband or the whatever they call it.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, I love that. At the same time, I love to like teach. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Exactly.
let's rip some
For
cue cards.
sure,
Like,
Paige.
kids
Yeah.
like 6 months. I'm like, what's two
Yeah.
plus two is four? Like,
Yeah.
that's how I was as a kid. I just wanted to learn. Like, I just wanted to like
Yeah.
teach me something. My mom's like, it's 11 o'clock at night, go to bed. I'm like, but what was the moral of the story? Like, I just want to do that. And I love when you like instill knowledge. So it's like, I won't be disconnected. I won't be
Mhm.
able to be. But I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. Like, there will be a balance, but
Love
who
that.
knows? I always like to pick the brains of the people who are actually doing it and doing both and doing it well. I mean, it's
Some
great.
days I'm doing it well, and some days I'm
I think every
just
mom on
doing
here
it.
is probably like preach. Like, I don't even know, and I know. I think every female
Yep.
who has a child is like, ain't that the truth, girl? Like, yeah,
It's
as it
wild.
should be. You're human. You have two humans in one chair. So
Just
sweet.
get him here
I'm
safely.
so excited. Anyway, thanks for the insight. I really appreciate it. And I think like
Yeah,
any
great
of
questions.
the boss mamas out there who are like doing both, kudos, would
Slay.
love the insights too. Like, I've seen a lot of them where they're like, time is money. Hire out, like, is it more valuable for you to pay someone to come in once a week and clean your home versus you spending
Spending that
hours
amount of
on
time.
hours because you can't focus on one thing at a time, right? So
100%.
there's something to be said about like financial stability or getting yourself in a situation where you can still earn money but still spend it meaningfully to allow yourself that selfishness, or not even
Okay.
selfish, time to with your
Time.
kid,
Yeah.
time to finish something up at
Because
work that you
there's
wanted to do.
guilt that comes from like not spending time with your kid while you're cooking dinner an hour every night. And if they're in daycare, you only have 3 hours a night with that. Like,
Hmm. Yeah.
it's a constant battle. And that's a really great point. I love that idea. I mean, that's awesome. Yeah.
I actually,
Have somebody come in and help you
I think
if
it
you
was,
financially can.
yeah, I think it was
Brilliant.
Lady Gang, the other podcast
Yeah.
I listened to. They were saying, someone came on, it was a female, they were talking about like females understanding finances and all these things, and she was like, I pay for all that shit. She's like, I pay for someone to come into my house to
So
clean.
cool.
I pay for meal services. I will have someone, like, I will go dry cleaning, just like pick up. Like, she's like,
Nice.
yeah, it's an added expense, but know how much more time I get back in my day to be able to make
That's
the
really the
money that
best.
pays for that, or, learn a new skill that I've been wanting to learn, whatever the case may be. Spend time with your husband,
Yes.
your
I love
kids.
that.
So I think there's something else too. That's a whole other discussion around like how
Yeah.
people value their time and money. Like, everyone has a different perspective. And I know I try really hard with our team to be like offering those different things. Well, if you had more time back, would it be better to be like
Mhm.
spending this here, or could we pay compensation in a different type of way? Like, just being flexible, because no two people have the same life, and like you don't get that at corporate America. That's
Mm-mm.
the other reason for like having a boutique agency, like being able to be really particular on like catering to everyone's in particular needs is so important. And I do think that's, no offense, but like I think that's the woman in me to be like, That
I love
is
it.
the
It's
form of like
awesome.
nurturing, right?
It's
It's like,
fucking
okay, what
awesome.
do you need? And how is that going to make you more productive? Because that's just going to make the company more
Yep.
productive and more
Yep.
profitable. So, you know, company eats, we all eat. And
Wicked
so,
point.
wicked. Okay, this was insightful as hell.
Just a quick little tidbit.
I think we killed that.
That's great. Thank you.
Appreciate your
Shout out to the
vulnerability.
moms.
Shout out to the moms and Kels, right? We didn't talk.
Hells.
We didn't shout out him last time. Shit. You imagine just jumps on the pod.
I would die.
You would die. You wouldn't be able to show up. You would be hyperventilating outside. I'd be like, I'm sorry, Kellie couldn't make
It's
it.
totally irrelevant.
She's freaking out. Anyway, this was great. Thank you for sharing that. I think that's really helpful. And as always, it helps me to just think about what could be and all the good stuff to come.
You got
All
time.
right, gal.
Thanks. Until next time.
I love.
What do we say? Hey.
We'll
hang soon.
Yeah. Let's hang out again.
Let's hang out again.
We'll hang out with you guys.
Let's hang out again.
Oh, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna hang out. All right, guys. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Peace. I feel like I stare at you the whole time.
I love that.